Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video I want to show you my new Procreate brush pack, the Crayon Brush Pack. So I will be guiding you through the process of using them. So let's start. And if you don't know me and it's your first time here, I'm Laura Dumitriu and I create illustrations and art tutorials and brush packs. Let's start with the skin. We create a new layer and I'm gonna use the crayon one so you can see the texture it has. Now for the edges I'm gonna use crayon 2 just to smooth a bit the edges because they are a bit rough. For the eraser I'm using the same brush, in this case crayon 2. Next we are going to choose the color of the sweater and I'm going to use the crayon round just to see how the shape looks. So it's basically a round brush. You can use it for bigger surfaces. It still has a texture. Now I'm selecting crayon edge so you can see, so I can give a rough edge, a fuzzy edge to the sweater. I'm going to select now the shell texture to draw the hair. I like this for the hair because it has a nice texture and also the lines I'm creating with it are more appropriate for drawing hair. I'm going to create a layer underneath the skin. You'll see why. Now I'm filling the shape of the hair, also drawing some of the strands, and then with the same brush I'm going to select the eraser using the same brush, and on the layer of the skin I'm just going to delete some parts so it looks like the hair is on top of the face. Adding some stray hairs to give some volume. And now I'm going to draw the scrunchie using whichever brush you want, nothing in particular for this one. I'm going to group these, and now I want to create, I'm going to draw the earrings. Now I'm going to draw the eyes using the crayon 2 brush. I'm going to draw the eyelashes and the eyebrows. For the eyebrows I'm going to use the crayon thin because it has a different texture to it, and I think it works well with the eyebrows. Drawing the lips, I'm going to use a new layer, and using crayon 2 I'm just going to draw the shape of the lips with a dark red. can change the color of the lips if I wish to. I'm gonna draw the upper lip a bit darker. I'm using the crayon tool for this one. Now I want to add some line art to mark the nose, the ears, the upper lids. So with the same dark red, brown, I'm gonna create a new layer and start drawing. I'm still using the crayon to brush, but use whichever you want. You can even use the crayon thin. Adding some more details or correcting some things. Using clipping mask on a new layer set to multiply, I will add some texture to the skin using the big noise brush that you can find on top of the pack. I really like the texture it gives, but be careful to use it on a lower opacity. If not, it's a bit too strong and the texture doesn't look so good. Using the selection tool, I add the shadow of the neck with using the same brush, also a bit on top of the ear. I like to use the selection tool to have a clear selection. I wanted to show you how another textured brush looks, the crayon texture. I'm not going to use it in this drawing, but I wanted to show it to you. It's also good to use for blush. I used it in another drawing, so you can either use the big noise or the crayon texture to give this texture to your shadows. Next, I will add a bit more shadows using the crayon tool or any other one to add the stronger shadows like underneath the nose, the mouth, underneath the eyelashes. Next, I want to add some details to the sweater. I'm going to use the crayon thin to add some lines. I don't like the earring there, so I'm going to take it off. In the next step, I want to add some details to the hair. So using a new layer set on multiply, I will start drawing the chunks of hair using the shell brush. You can use it thinner or thicker. Please don't use just thick lines. It needs a variation so the hair looks more natural. I also added some textures using the soft noise, which is like a really soft noise, exactly how it sounds. I also like to add some lighter strands of hair, so I need a new layer set to add, and I lower the opacity. Erase some parts using the big noise. Next I'm gonna add an extra layer set on multiply using the same dark brown to add darker shadows. So the hair is even more divided and has more volume. As you can see, it makes a big difference. Play with the opacity until you think it looks good. I can't give you an exact number. I want to add some shadows to the sweater, so I'm going to use a new layer using the big noise brush. The new layer is going to be on multiply as always, and I'm going to use the same color of the sweater, so a dark red, to add these shadows. Don't forget to have the brush on a lower opacity. Use the selection tool to add more precise shadows. I'm going to change the color of the background to something warmer, not pure white. Actually, the color of the scrunchie. Don't forget to flip your canvas to see if the character looks okay, if the composition is right. I want to change a bit the color of the hair, so I'm going to adjustment, hue, saturation, and brightness. I'm going to play with those and see what works best for me. This is the fastest way, well, it's one of the ways to change color. I'm gonna do the same for the sweater. I'm gonna add some shadows to the scrunchie. I'm gonna use alpha lock, so I draw just inside the scrunchie shape. I took out the earring because I didn't like it, and now I'm correcting the shape of the ear a bit. I'm gonna add some details on the sweater by drawing these lines. With a new layer set on overlay, I'm gonna add some highlights to the hair using the shale texture brush. I think the correct shape is gonna be this. It's more like a H shape, like the letter H. You can erase some parts to give it a better look using the same brush for the eraser. Using another layer set to multiply, I want to add some freckles to the face. Let's look for the right brush. I don't have it in this pack, so maybe I will go to the Essential pack. Let's try grainy to give that freckles. I don't really like it, so Now we can try the jitter one. Make it smaller. Oh, I think this looks perfect right now. So this is found in the Essential Pack. I want to have the character on merged, so using 3-finger swipe on the screen, copy, and then 3 fingers again, paste, and you have all the layers merged. Now I want to add a bit even more shadows to the character. So let's do that using a multiply layer with the same color, the same brown that I used before. I want to add some darker shadows in some parts. If you want to add more texture, just use a big noise brush. Next step, I will combine these two. I will group them first, then duplicate and flatten. So now I can make my final adjustments. To the adjustment panel, I go to perspective blur and I put it on the face so the face doesn't get blurred, just the side. And I don't use it too high. Then I also use the chromatic aberration a little bit, about 5, no, even lower. If you want to adjust colors, go to hue, saturation, and brightness. I'm making small adjustments. You can also go to curves. Gamma will make it a bit darker, and red will make it a bit warmer if you move the line up. This is it. Now I'm just gonna add my stamp. This is it. Thanks for watching. If you want to join me on Patreon, find the link in the description. This is the last month to get all my brush packs with the $5 tier. But if you want to buy them separately, you can go to Gumroad. Link is also in the description. And if you like the video, please like it, comment, subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!